Cue the music.
All right, now listen. We're going to get to the point in a hurry here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't made a video in a little bit because, I mean, I'm just sanding cars and making a mess, and nobody gives a two shits about that, so whatever. So it's been a while, and I haven't turned that thing on. So I figured while I'm doing a little bit of dust control here, I got a couple of questions. What in the hell is going on? And I don't mean, hey, dude, how's it going? How's it hanging? What's going on? I mean, what in the smelly hell is going on around here? I don't get it. Maybe you can. I mean, maybe you could fill me in on something here a little bit. I don't know. Maybe in the comments or something. I don't know. If you're watching, oh, son of a bitch. If you're watching this, then we kind of must have a little bit of something in common. Maybe you're wondering the same damn thing I'm wondering, which is what in the smelly hell is going on around here? I don't get it. Where did I get this from? Is it back here? I never remember the order of appearance to make those things hang. Never mind. So what I'm talking about is our Western civilization. And now this ain't going to be political. I'm not really going there. This is more logical than anything. Honestly, just stick with me a minute here. And I talked to my wife about this stuff, but she's gone for a few days. She's been a few days, and she's going to be a few more days gone. And she doesn't really want to talk about this shit anyway. She'd kind of rather get blindsided with stuff, I guess. Holy jumpins. See, I'm getting worked up, hey? I'm getting worked up here. So I don't get it. I don't understand. In where we're at and what we're doing, I should keep working while I'm talking. I don't get why our governments want us to suffer so bad. What the smelly hell is going on? What is the problem? Why is everybody trying to kill us? I mean, so I'm in Canadistan here. I live in Alberta, and I'm not sure what our provincial government is up to. We got a chick running the place here, and she talks a good talk, and she makes a lot of sense and stuff, but she's she's dancing on both sides of a fence around here, and I'm not really sure what she's up to. She's a politician. There's no two ways about that. But anyways, it don't matter. That's provincial. I'm talking federally, and I don't know if you guys call your big cheese down there, if you're a federal government. I guess you're federal versus state. Hey, is that how it goes down there? I know most of you are in the States. So is it state government versus federal? Is that what you guys are? Up here, we're provincial versus federal. Anyways, the same thing is happening up here as it is down there, as it is all over the place, like damn near all over the damn world. The same shit is happening. It's all the same book, but it's a different cover. Now hear me out for a sec, because I kind of just put this together kind of this morning while I was working. I was thinking about it. So our government up here in Canadistan, they just tax the ever-living shit out of us. And I mean, they're just pine cones and pineapples, everything. They just stuff it right up there. Like we pay some of them a bitch. I know people that probably pay upwards of 60% of their money goes to tax. And a lot of it is income tax. Comes right off the top of their check, over 40%, 45%, right off the top of their paycheck. And then we're just taxed right up the ass for everything else that we do. Every breath of air you take costs you a nickel up here in tax. It's bullshit, and it pisses me off, and I'm going to hyperventilate in a minute. Son of a bitch. So anyways, so that's what our government does, and they don't hide it, which I guess maybe you can kind of appreciate that a little bit. Like they don't fluff it up. They don't lie about it. They just say, hey, we're going to have a tax on this and a tax on that. And there's a dandelion tax, and there's a fatty cake sitting on a yellow vinyl chair tax. And there's your broom's got a yellow knob on the handle. Here's your yellow knob tax. You know, it's like the old Popeye movie. I don't know if you ever seen it, the one that had Robin Williams and stuff playing Popeye. There's a tax man running up. Holy shit, I got to take a breath. There's a tax man running up and down the piers and stuff, and he's just taxing everybody. Maybe you've seen the movie, maybe you haven't. It's kind of a funny part in the movie, but everything's a tax. Tax this, tax that. Anyways, that's where we're at. So I kind of puts it together here this morning that where you're at, most of you anyways, that watch this kind of shit down there in the States, you're getting the same thing. It's the same book, but it's a different cover. So What's happening there? What everybody's hiding it behind now is this big T word that everybody's using. And and it's all bullshit because it's the same phrase for a smaller T word. So your dude lays the T word on us for stuff, and all that means is that by the time you finish that sentence, well, we jack the price up to cover it. So it just makes it more expensive. So who's going to pay for that? Well, you are. And it works the same all over the planet. Everybody that gets throwing the T word at everybody. At first, it sounded good when your fellow was saying, "Well, we need money, right? We're in a lot of debt. We need a lot of money. So I'm going to get everybody else to pay our debt." This is the story that he's selling. And I heard it up here, and it made sense, right? If you don't think about it enough, if you don't spend enough time thinking about it, the plan, the theory in it, it makes sense. I'm going to put the big T word on everybody. So it's going to cost them money to sell us their shit. They're going to have to pay me. You're going to have to pay me to sell me stuff. So you got to pay me this much money to sell me stuff. All right. I'll pay you that much money to sell you stuff. But I'm charging you more for it. Well, all right. Well, you charge me more. I mean, you just got to pay that much more on it to sell it. All right. So you charge me 10%. I'm going to up the price 13%. Really good. Super. Wonderful. So that's the way it works. So what happens with that? Well, that goes at the tail end of the conversation, doesn't it? That goes to when you're pulling your wallet out and moths are flying out of your wallet. That's where that conversation ends. So you're just stuffing it up your ass over it. Oh, sorry, gosh. But that's what's happening. Same with up here. It's not sugar-coated. It's just, well, there's this much tax on that, or there's that much tax on this, or whatever. We're taxing you. We're taxing and taxing and taxing you. Well, down there, we're tariffing and tariffing and tariffing and tariffing you. They try to make it sound like whipped cream, but it's not whipped cream. So it's the same damn thing. Life's getting unaffordable everywhere, right? I mean, shit, I can't afford a jar of peanut butter, for Christ's sakes. I can't afford to poop. And it's a good thing that I can't afford food because I can't afford to poop. And if I was eating, well, I'd have to be doing some pooping. So it's working out well for me. So anyways, I don't get what the pernt is. And it's the same, like I said, it's the same story all over the place. It's just they're wrapping a different cover around the book. And the people that are doing this, it doesn't affect one of them for a second. Up here, pretty much all of our politicians, the big ones, I mean, they're all millionaires to start with. I can't believe it. They all are. The guys who sit in our house and make our decisions and stuff in Ottawa there, I mean, they own corporations, they own businesses. Everybody's a millionaire to start with. So none of this shit matters for a half a second to the people that are making decisions. I know the guy who's making the decisions for you guys down there. Do you think this affects him at all? Absolutely not. Do you think it's ever going to affect him? Hell no. Doesn't affect any of these guys. But who's getting the check? Like, where the hell is it going? Across the water, they're doing the same thing. Across the water the other way, they're doing the same thing. Like, it's happening everywhere. So what in the smelly hell is going on? Tell me. I don't get it. What's going on? Who's getting it? What's going on? Like, is there, I don't know. Holy hell, I can't even come up with nothing. Is there some big room somewhere and it's just like a movie where there's just piles of gold and piles of dollar bills and piles of Canadian loonies and piles of jars of peanut butter everywhere? As far as the eye can see, a big cave somewhere that it's all going into and it's all being stockpiled, and there's one fat dude with a bunch of rings and a big gold chain sitting there raking it all in. Like, what the hell is going on? What the smelly hell is going on? I don't get it. And like I said, if it was here or there, then you'd go, ooh, that's bad. That's bad government. That's bad management. That's bad this. That's bad that. That's bad mojo. That's bad juju. That's bad whatever. But it's not just here and there. It's everywhere. So what is going on? What's the end game? What are we looking for? Where are we going? Where's the train going? Nobody's running the train. The tracks just keep on going. And there's no tunnels, there's no nothing. It's just the tracks just keep on going. Well, where the hell is the train going? We're all riding the train. Where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening? What's going on around here, anyways? Up here, they're good at bitching about we're going to need to have another election. Well, the next poor son of a bitch that gets in there, he can't do nothing. I mean, for where we are and for where you guys are too, it's going to take 10 years before anything happens. Well, the next poor son of a bitch that gets in there, he ain't going to have 10 years. Because if he doesn't start doing a big song and dance with a cane and a top hat in the first 6 months, you're out of here. You know what? Because people, they got a short attention span. People don't get what's going on around here. I don't get what's going on around here either. That's why I'm out of breath yammering on about this. That's why my floor ain't getting swept, because I'm busy talking about shit that I don't understand. And I'm just wondering if anybody else out there gets it. Hello, is this thing on? Hello, like son of a, did you hear the whistle? That was my wife sending me a text from where she's at. You know, and she don't pay attention to this stuff, so she gets blindsided by it, but she just lets it roll off anyways, because there's nothing she can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it, and really, there's nothing you can do about it either. What can you do? I mean, hate to say it, but, well, I'm not going to say it, so there. Hate to say it, I'm not going to say it, because nowadays you can't say stuff like that, so I'm not even going to say what I'm thinking. So I don't know. Does any of that? I mean, do you got anything? Does any of that make any sense to you? Like, what in the hell's going on? Why is it? Why is it happening? Why is it? We're liberal up here, where you are down there. You're what we call a conservative. I don't know what you guys call liberals, because I know you're Republicans and you're Democrats, but I don't. I'm not up on which is which. I'm not sure which you are now. Up here, you're conservative where you are in our terms, but it's the same shit is happening. Just under a different, it's just under a different theory, a different, whatever. I got to do this in order to bring our economy back around. So I got to flush a big toilet, and you're all going for a ride down the toilet. But it's for your own good. Well, up here they don't tell us that. Well, up here, no, you know what they tell us up here is they tell us up here it's so that China can have clean air. That's why we do it, because we're cleaning up the air in China. We're because it's pretty dirty out there in Canada up here. I mean, we're polluting the whole damn world up. So I don't know. I don't really got to, I mean, this is kind of just a big fat nothing burger, because I mean, I got nothing to show you here anyways. Like I said, I'm just sanding parts and making dust, and I'm painting some stuff, and who gives a fat rat's ass about all that anyway. But I just thought, I wasn't sure how many people, if you're, like I said, son of a bitch, I stammer and ramble on a lot, hey? I kind of was putting it together in my own noggin this morning while I was working, that it's the same thing happening all over the world. It's just, they're just putting a different label on it, but it's the same damn thing. It's happening in the States, it's happening in Canada, it's happening across the pond, it's happening everywhere. And how do we stop it from happening? Number one. Number two, why are they doing it? Like up here, they're see, here I go, I'm taking off again. Up here, they're trying to have an entire society that's dependent on the government. So I've asked other people, well, what's the benefit to that? Oh, it's power. They want power over the people. Well, big deal. Power over the people and $5. That'll get you coffee at Starbucks. Who gives a shit about power over the people? What's that do for you? What do you want power over the people? What am I doing for you? Nothing. That ain't it. It ain't power over the people. And I don't know what it is. I don't get it. I don't understand. I just don't get the benefit to dependency and being reliant on a government. What is the benefit to that country for everybody to cost you more money than you can possibly bring in? What's the benefit to that? You got anything? Let me know. Like, holy shit, what am I, stupid? I just will call myself a retard there, but you're not allowed to say retard anymore. Oh, okay? What am I, negative timing? Eh? There you go. There's an automotive relation to retarded timing, which is, I think my brain is in negative timing quite often. Well, I don't know what the hell. I'm going to finish sweeping up some dust, and I'm going to sand these inner fenders for that C10. I got to paint them red, and I got a whole bunch of other shit to paint red. I primed a bunch of stuff this morning. Got a bunch of shit to paint red. I got stuff to do. I don't.